Right. Good afternoon, everyone. I see that Stephen is also on the call, so we have two people now, and we can start. Others will join us as the guest lecturer kicks into the presentation. We have our guest lecturer today, our guest speaker, and he has a very important topic to treat with us. Let's give him time. We're not going to exceed 4 p.m. because I myself am a student of knowledge and I have a class by exactly 4 p.m. So your presentation should be like 25, 30 minutes, and then we can do Q&A for about 10 to 15 minutes and we'll wrap up. Thank you so much. You have the floor.
All right, thank you for having me today. And I'm just going to go on and share my screen. So if you can
Sure.
actually see my screen, please signify. Okay, there we are.
I can see your screen.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, now I need you guys to actually give me your attention. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, graduates, undergraduates, and students of knowledge from all walks of life. I welcome you all to this discussion because I've been calling it discussion. We want to have discussion on beyond certification, right? Now, but before I start, how many of you are actually currently worried about the projection of Nigeria and about what our future is going to look like in the nearest time? Um, because I mean, how Nigeria is going, our debt, because our debt keep accumulating. What bank said something, I think yesterday, was talking about the number of people that are actually in poverty. However, the federal government have actually tackled that and debunked it. However, we can actually see that what we can buy yesterday, with a certain amount of money, it is not actually what we can actually buy today, right? So I believe that all of us, we have this fear that we don't know what the future holds, right? Do- Now, and I believe a lot of us believe that school is a scam. I mean, there's a slang that we all say that school and scam, right? I want this to be an interactive session so you can actually reply me, or in the comment section you can type yes, no, depending on the question. Okay, I can see Stephen. Thank you very much for that. Now, I'm just going to go on to the next slide. Sorry. So, one of the questions that we have for ourselves today is that, is certificate really enough? Our certificate, is it really enough? Our certificate, is it really enough? No one is
No,
answering the question.
it is not.
It is
That's my
not.
that's
Honestly,
my
yes. Okay, thank you. Well, okay, I can see that the thumbs down from Mr. Stephen. Thank you very much for that. Mm, sorry. So one of we need to because our topic for today is beyond certification and how we can actually build more than that. So we there are some keywords there that we need to actually discuss. Some keywords that we need to discuss. Sorry, there are some keywords we need to discuss. course. And my slide is malfunctioning somehow.
Okay, I can actually see the slides and the sidebars containing the rest of the slides. Do you have any issue from your end?
Yes, we are moving to the other slide somehow.
Yeah, but it's just showing you first one, slide one.
Exactly.
So if you click on slide two and let's see if the screen moves.
It's not clicking, honestly.
Oh, wow. Can you send, is that in PDF? If you can send it to me. Oh, it's on Google Slides.
Yes,
If
I
you can
can
just
actually.
export it in PDF and let me open it from here if you're having issues projecting from inside.
Okay, I can do that now. Okay, I've done that.
Okay, let me check. Yeah, but it's in PowerPoint. It's in presentation slides from a PowerPoint. Can you send it in PDF? Because I don't have Microsoft packages on my laptop right now. Is it possible to export
Okay,
in PDF?
yes, I'll do that now.
Is it coming?
Yes, it's coming. Yes, it's coming.
Okay.
And there you have it.
All right. You can stop sharing now and let me see how I can share. Okay, I'm sharing my screen now in about 30 seconds. Can you see my screen?
Yes, very clearly. Moving on to QX.
Are we on this slide?
Yes, to the next slide, QX.
All right.
Good. Now, these are the keywords that I was talking about. From the topic, we have the word mindset, we have certificate, and also value, and changing word. These are the keywords that we need to first understand very well. Now, please to the next slide. So, what is mindset? Back to the question: is school really a scam? I think we've not answered that. Is school really a scam? I believe some of us are gonna say yes, and some are gonna say no, with reasons. With reasons. So please, let us go to the next slide. We want to define those keywords to the next slide. Mindset. What is mindset? What is mindset? It simply means how we think. How we think. Mindset is simply the way we think. It is one's default attitude towards life, towards challenges, and also opportunities. It's actually like the operating system of one's brain, just like we have for the computer system. Two people can actually face the same problem. However, one is going to see it as a frustration, and the other is going to see it as an opportunity. So, what's the difference in this case? It is actually mindset. Now, that tells us what mindsets really mean in this regard. Now, please to the next slide. Now, we need to now understand what certificate means, because a lot of us have actually given it different interpretation, different meaning based on our personal perspective. However, certificate is actually just a proof that one studied a particular thing. It doesn't even really tells us that you understand or you know it or you're actually very good at that thing, but it shows that okay, this certain person passed through this learning place for a so period of time, and he studied in this institution. However, it is not a proof of wisdom. No, no, no. It is just a piece of paper that you get after graduation. It is proof that you studied, you passed this examination. But here's the truth: a certificate is not actually the destination, it's only a tool. Because most of us see certificates as the destination, and that is why we're making a mistake, especially in our country, Nigeria. It's a tool. When we understand that certificate is a tool, then our mindsets towards it will actually change, right? So I want you to think of certificate as a passport. It can actually open doors, but it cannot guarantee that you're going to succeed in the country. I mean, if someone have this green passport, of course you can travel out the country. However, when you travel out of the country, does that equally means that you're going to succeed in that country you traveled to? No, 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 no. It doesn't equate like that. So that is how certificate is. It is only a tool that's maybe you want to secure a job and you can present it. It can actually get you that job. However, what will keep you in that job? And that is what we want to unveil today. Please to the next slide. What is value? Value is actually the problem that we solve. And rich people actually understand this. That is why they are making a lot of money. The amount of problem, or the bigger the problem that you can solve, the much more money you're going to make. Because take a look at, let's just take a look at it. In the world that we are, there will always be problem. There will always be problem. And for those people who are very courageous, who are brave to tackle, to find solution to that problems, they are going to keep making money because people pay for solution. They pay to have solution to the problems of their life. And each of us that we are in this world, we have a problem. So if you can identify a problem in a particular place, maybe in a society, in a community, in the country at large, and you are willing to play a major role in solving that thing, then you have a value. And that is why Dangote have value. You can see the back and forth between Dangote and this PENG something, that they are having this back and forth now. And the federal government is actually backing him. They are backing Dangote. It is one thing because he gives value. If he is someone who doesn't give value, they would have actually discarded him. So he has Dangote cement, he has sugar, and he have this our refinery, because it's our refinery. However, it is a private owned something. It belongs to him, although it serves national interest. So he's a person of value. Now, you also, what are the things, what are the benefits that people get from you? What are the solutions that you bring to others? Because it's the reason people will actually pay for you. It's the reason people will put hands in their pocket, bring out money and pay for you. It's the reason people are going to hire you and say, okay, we are hiring this guy, we are hiring this lady. It is the value that you bring. Or in fact, when someone recommend you, it is because of the value that you've given in the first place, right? Now, let's take an instance, our phone. It help the reason why we if this phone, if this smartphone, if it should get lost and we misplace it, or maybe someone stole it, our system is going to actually malfunction, or we're not going to get what we're doing at that particular time. Why? Because the value that this phone has. When you understand the word value, hmm, you are not going to really bother about money again, honestly. So in life, your value is not actually the certificate that you hold, but it is in the problems that you solve for people. So start finding a problem, start finding that thing that people need solution to, and you're actually going to really make it in life. Please, to the next slide, which is changing the world. Oh, sorry, changing world. The world that we are living now, it is not how it were when our forefathers were schooling. It is not how it were. Because back then, our forefathers, before the knowledge when we were actually colonized by the first man, Frederick Lord Lugard. So, and after all those processes, before we now know that, okay, education is actually important, it is the government that is going, when you reach, I think, level 6 or something, when it's because it's not like basic primary like that now. I think it's actually level or something. I actually forget. So when you reach a certain level, the government is going to provide a lot of things for you. Is it the car, something from the car, the place that you're gonna live? You are just set for life when you have that certificate, when you able to get that certificate. But now we have thousands of graduates year in, year out that our universities produce. However, this set of people, they are actually coming to join the market that is actually already saturated. So the world is changing. And the discussion right now is AI, artificial intelligence. So the world today it is not how it was 20 years ago. Technology, AI, globalization, and also new industry have actually changed everything. The jobs that existed yesterday, they are disappearing today. Okay, because I think cameraman, they are actually losing their job with the advent of these drones. So most things that we are going to hire someone like a cameraman to do, and maybe the person is going to be in an helicopter to take the view of a very tall place or something. Drone can do that. So it's a changing world, right? The job that you are actually doing now, AI will take over it. However, do not be afraid. Remember the word value that we discussed before. If you are someone of value, AI will never take your position, because as a matter of fact, so we actually need someone to program that AI to work efficiently as we want. So do not panic if you're someone of value. So if we are still thinking like in the 1990s, we actually be left behind. because the world is moving fast. And Nigeria is a third world country. Let us understand that Nigeria is a third world country. I went to GT Bank one day, and I saw this machine that was that we can actually deposit in. Now, I am not giving my cash to a cashier on the counter. I am with the machine, and I gave the cash to the machine, and everything was I was able to deposit. However, this technology actually been in the US for quite some couple of years, but it just got to Nigeria. So we are actually a third world country. Fair. Now, when we understand that the world is changing, that is why we need to actually shift our mindset, and we need to actually adapt and also thrive in a world that is actually constantly changing. The world is changing, man. Please to the next slide. Now, let us have a quick mindset shift. Let us have a quick mindset shift, because there are some things that we know before. Thank you. So what is now the role of mindset? Napoleon Hill is the author of Think and Grow Rich, and also is also the author of numerous books. But some of his books that I have, Think and Grow Rich, Success Through a Positive Mental Attitude. He says, when you close the door of your mind to negative door, the door of opportunity will open to you. Now, if you are listening to me right now, I want you to close the door of your negativity, the thought of negativity. I want you to close it and open, and let the door of opportunity opens. Because life is less about what happens to us, really. Because whatever happens to you, it has happened to someone before. Tell me, whatever you're passing through now, someone has actually passed through worse, man, right? And it is the life that we live in now is actually more about how we think about what happened to us. How do we think about it? Because take for instance, two people can actually graduate from the same class, the same department, the same school. However, one will become an employer and the other will remain unemployed for years. What really changed? It is not the certificate. I think they both have the same certificate. In fact, the other one, which is who is unemployed, can actually be so good in the classroom more than the one that is now employed. But what changes? It is the mindset. Now, please to the next slide. It is the mindset. Now, why do we all now believe that school has come? Because most majority of us believe school has come, especially young people that are just coming into university, undergraduates. In fact, some graduates, they still believe that school has come. And these are the reason. And they are actually right. Honestly, they are right. Because look, take for instance, we have the rate of unemployment in Nigeria is so high. In fact, we also have underemployment, and they're both different. Unemployment and underemployment is actually different. Okay, unemployment is it you don't have work to do, you have nothing. But underemployment, you study medicine in school and you are out there doing conductor, you are out there doing informal jobs. So that is underemployed. So you are underemployed. Now, this happens on a daily basis in Nigeria. And the number two is you are seeing people succeed without formal education. Take, for instance, Bella, because I made a post yesterday or the day before, and I talked about Bella when it actually called in some graduates who give them job 500K just to be his camera person, and there was actually some hula baloo on it. See, leave Bella alone. Honestly, he doesn't have any fault in this. And if you are in those graduate shoe, 500K monthly, which company will pay a fresh graduate that kind of money? We can actually debate it here and there, but that's just the fact. No company will pay that, except maybe you know someone. That is the world we are in. So it is not actually about him, right? So now, but when we are seeing these people, they are succeeding, they are making a lot of money, and we are graduated, that we have certification, that we are actually nowhere to be found. So that's same school has come. It's real in that essence. And actually, the last part is our outdated curricula. The curriculum that we use in our schools, in our universities, and it is outdated. If you actually if you are exposed to the curriculum of other countries, you are going to see how they learn. Take China, for instance. China is now the economic hub of the world. Even the US cannot get to that level because China produces things a lot. And you can actually see most of the things that we are buying in Nigeria made in China, made in China, made in China, made in China. And in fact, VDM is actually in China now and is sourcing for things for businesses. Talking about this machine electric bike and other things. So our curriculum is outdated, but most of us don't know this, and that is the reason why school is really a scam. But let us move forward. Let us move forward, please, to the next slide. Now, but I can tell you that school is actually not a scam, and I have my own reason also. Number one is that the education that we are trying to get, it actually just gives structure, it gives discipline, and also foundational knowledge. It's more like it tells you right from wrong. So it doesn't say that, okay, if you are educated, you're going to be successful. No, 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 no. However, if you're educated, you're going to know your right from your wrong. So it's just like a torchlight. It's going to give you direction to where you're going. Number two is that it trains your thinking faculty. It makes you to be a problem-solving person. It makes you to be able to communicate. You will understand that, okay, if you remove money from Pella, I'm using it as an example because that is what we have, and this is not really a shade to him. No, nothing at all. But if you remove the money from him, what is left of him? We can actually know that it's actually nothing. So school will actually make you to be able to communicate, and also it is going to build it is going to build this disciplinary measure in you, and also make you to become resilient. In fact, you actually become a resilient person when you pass through Nigerian school. And another thing that school is meant to do for us is that it is meant to open doors for us, like scholarship. And one thing, most of students that are in schools now, they don't know how to put in application for scholarship. They are not equipped with that knowledge, and they don't find it. So that is why a few of them that are getting scholarship from abroad, they love scholarship in the Middle East, in the Canada, name it. You can do your BSc, MSc, and also PhD in this school. So, however, some of our students, they do not know how to go through this thing. In fact, some of them, they don't know how to fill form. To fill the form without now resorting to seeking help from AI. So that is what school is going to do for you. It is going to make you to be able to have access to global opportunities and also connection. Now, many successful drop out because a lot of us will be like, okay, take for instance, Mark Zuckerberg, he is a dropout. Now, let me ask you, which school did he drop out from? Is it not Harvard? Is it not Harvard? Do you know the level you're going to be for you to have access to Harvard University? So please don't let people just brainwash you and say that school is a scam, blah blah blah. Look at this person, he doesn't go to school, he's successful. Look at this person, he doesn't go to school, he's a dropout, blah blah blah. The richest man in the world. Whatever information that you are given, always sieve. The information that I'm giving you now, sieve it also. That is why you are educated. So you just don't get something and you take it for what it was. No, 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 no. take it, save it. There are some that you will follow, and there are some that you're not gonna follow. So this successful dropout that we are talking about, they are not dullard. No, 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 no. They are not dullard. In fact, they actually attend the most prestigious universities in the world. So what are you saying? Education is actually important. And with that, they have access to resources. In Nigeria, what resources do we have access to? What network do we have access to? What skills do we have before we decide to leave school? Please, to the next slide. Now, let us have a mindset shift again. Okay, moving on. Now, we have this entitlement mindset, and we need to change from that to value creation. See, the old mindset that we have is that I have a certificate. When I have a certificate, any company that I get to, they are going to employ me. They play. The mindset that you're supposed to have now is that what skills and value can I bring that makes me employable, or in fact that makes me an employer? Because it is not really you're going to school to become an employee. You can actually become an employer. That is why you need to read this book by Robert Kiyosaki, why why B students work for A student. And I actually forgot the book. Maybe at the end of this call, maybe but it is why B students work for A student, and also C students dominate the something I forgot. It is written by Robert Kiyosaki. He's going to talk more on this, those that are A in school, those that are B, and those that are C, and why C is succeeding in life more than B and A. He actually explained a lot in that book. So I have this mindset shift. There is someone, I think I attended a session just like this, and the person was like, after school, and she had been writing letters to seek employment, and one thing just struck her: why can't I just display what I have for these people? And he wrote a letter. She wrote a letter to the manager of that particular company, and said that, okay, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. Let me work for you for so period of time. If you see the value in me, employ me. But if you don't see the value in me, don't employ me. So see, you see the level of that audacity and courage that the person has to say that. It means the person already knows that, oh, I'm a person of value. Again, value is very important. Please, to the next slide. Yes, to the next slide. Now, we need to shift from scarcity to opportunity, because most of us, we think that there are no jobs in Nigeria. A lot of people are actually unemployed. There's no job. So why do you still want to go to school? No, you don't need to go to school. Go and learn something else. No. There's actually a lot of opportunity that we are not seeing. There are problems everywhere, and every problem is actually a potential business or service that we can start, that we can build. But we don't want to solve problem, right? So, and anybody that move in and say, okay, I'm going to solve this problem, and the person is going to be succeed for life, right? So we need to move from scarcity mindset to abundance, to opportunity mindset. That, oh, what I'm seeing here, I'm seeing opportunity. Because some of us will be like, okay, because my brother actually go to school, he's unemployed, I'm not going. No, your brother did something wrong, or your brother failed to do something right. You can correct that. Please, to the next slide, because we don't have much time. Yes. So now another mindset that we need to change is from waiting to building. Most of us in Nigeria, we wait, and our waiting kills us. Because look at the old mindset there. After school, you say, I'll wait for the government. I'm very sure Tinubu is going to provide a lot of jobs, this, blah, blah. And also, company is going to give me something that I'm going to work with. No company is going to give you. See, just have the mindset that there's no company. Just have the mindset that I don't have government. Yes, have that mindset. Say that I'm going to this school to build myself and I'm going to build something out of it. So the new mindset that you're supposed to have is, even while I'm in school, I'll start learning, I'll start experimenting, and I'll start building. Paystack and Money Point and some uh, some fintech companies like that. They are Nigerian students that they take it upon themselves to build something while they are still in school. You can do the same. So when you do the same now, your certificate will just be there as a backup, but your value, what you are giving to people, will be the thing to succeed you in life. Please, to the next slide. Now, all what we have said, we need a practical steps to move towards it, because you've been hearing this thing very well. What are the practical steps that we need to now take? Because mindset shift, it is good. I believe you now have a mindset shift. However, it must lead to action, and that action is what we fail to do. What should we do as a graduate, if you are actually a graduate that's listening to me? And also, what should you do as an undergraduate, someone who is just finding their ways to navigate in school? What do you need to do? Please, to the next slide. Number one thing that you need to do is that you need to learn beyond the classroom. You need to learn beyond the classroom. See, there are there are some students that they cannot have discussion beyond classroom discussion. They cannot stop. I mean, where they are discussing politics, they cannot contribute to their own quota. Where they are discussing history, they cannot contribute their quota. Where they are discussing war, they cannot contribute their quota. Where they are discussing so many things that does not need to do with what they study in school. And in fact, how many of us are actually using x plus y equals to z in real life? None of us will, maybe apart from the engineering, the engineering students are, and our host for today is actually in that field. So maybe he does. He is making use of that find x, find x. We really find that x really. So moving forward, you need to learn that more beyond the classroom. See, the four walls of the classroom that you are, you need to what? Learn beyond it. You don't be boxed in. Don't be boxed in. You Number two, network intentionally. We need to network intentionally. The people that are around you, you know who they are. They cannot add any value to you. So why are you working with them? So you have network negatively. So what do you expect in life then? If you are in a debt, I had this someone. If you are in a debt of 1 million naira, do you have people around you that you can call and say, "Oh, please, I'm in a debt of this also. So can you actually help me to sort it out?" Do you have those people around you? Some of us don't have. It means you are networking wrongly, honestly, right? In fact, even if you have something academically that you need help, you don't have friends that can help in that way. Maybe you just have friends that you can, drink, smoke, talk about girls. Very bad. Very, very bad. So you need to network intentionally. For those of you that are still in school, please start networking well. Find people that knows more than you. Yes, work with them. There's a saying, if you work with 5 successful people, you become the 6th successful person. And also, if you work in the company of 5 failures, you will not become a failure. Number 3 is to start small. Most of us, we just want to become a big name. And big name does not start in a day. All right. We need to start small, start from little. And as you go, you are going to build up. Mark Zuckerberg starts small. Elon Musk, he started small. Amazon, what is his name? He also started small. All the big names, Dangote, our own Dangote, Femi Otedola wrote a book now. Is Go and read that book. He started small. Everybody, every big name. Is it Messi? Is it Ronaldo? Ronaldo is actually a billion naira footballer now, not in Naira. So it started from somewhere. You need to start from somewhere. You cannot just become a big name overnight. You need some works that you need to put in. Just start now. That is the action. You need to start now. After this call, start now. And the last one is to stay adaptable. Things are changing. Be someone who actually pay attention to whatever is happening around him, around the world also, because Nigeria is not only the place that we're having news about this, about that. Know about what is happening in other countries also. Yes, you're not a citizen of that country, but the place that they are making your decision, it is from there. They are making decision for you. It is coming from there. So know what decision they are making for you, and know how you are going to scale through it. So please, to the next slide. Now, most of us, we just go to school. Some of us, we don't even have any skill. How many of us have a side skill apart from what we study in school? How many of us have that? If we have a side skill, please respond to this in the comment section. Let me check. Okay, I can see a hand up by Abdulaziz Olabnuju. Okay, and I can see that comes up from Mr. Stephen. Thank you very much. Okay, that is fantastic. And in fact, if we now have those that doesn't have any side skill, in my introduction in the group by the host, you talk about a book that I wrote, Smartphone Money. So in that book, I actually talk about the skills that you can actually learn on your smartphone without getting your hand dirty. When I say dirty, you're not into fraudulent activities and the source, and you're gonna be making money. Because when we are talking about success, there's no way that we will not talk about money. And a lot of us, we have actually given success to equate money. Although success is actually more than that, right? It's more than that. Now, please, for the next slide. So if we don't have any skill, I'm going to give you that book to actually study. It's actually for free. There's no. However, I'm actually working on the upgrade of that book. A lot of people that have read that book, they are very happy about it. In fact, my cousin, when she came to me, she said that she need a side hustle, and I told her, I'm going to give you a book that I wrote. Read through this book and come back to me. Because one thing about me, if you don't, Yoruba will say, "Ọmọ tó bá ṣípá là ń gbé." If you don't put in that effort, I'm not going to do as if I see you, right? So, but if I see that, okay, you're putting in that effort, of course, I know that my time, my effort is not going to waste on you. So I gave her that book. She read it, and she was like, okay, this particular one, I think video editing, I want to learn it. Okay, I say, okay, no problem. I have so contact, learn from him. I paid, and she learned. And when I got to my to Ilorin, the very last Ileya that we did, so my aunt was like, she was thanking me, and I was like, what was she thanking me for? And she was like, what I did for my cousin, she had a gig from a company that are paying her 40,000 monthly. Wow, I was like, that is fantastic. And apart from that, she actually do other personal gig also. So when you go through that book, you are going to choose, because when you ask me that, what am I doing that should teach, I will tell you that we are not the same. What I'm doing, you might not be able to do it, right? But I will tell you the things that you can do. Pick from it, and we are going to continue from there. Now, let us now conclude. From all what we have actually discussed today, do you still believe that school is really a scam? The answer is no. School is not a scam. However, it is a seed, just like a farmer. When you plant that seed, you need to get a good soil. to plant that seed, and that is your mindset. That soil is your mindset. If your mindset is bad, if you plant that seed, it is not going to grow, it is not going to germinate, right? If you go to school with the wrong mindset, there's nothing that you're going to gain from it, right? So if your mind is still toxic with entitlement, with fear, and also excuses, even the best seed will never grow in that kind of mindset, right? But if your mindset is actually fertile, with discipline, with resilience, and also creativity, that same seed will grow into a mighty tree. Please, to the next slide. Now, I want you to actually always remember this, please. School is not a scam. The real scam is you. Now you are thinking that your certificate alone equates or equals to success. No, the real scam is you thinking that, oh, the certificate that I have, oh, it will what? It will make me to become a successful person. No, that certificate alone cannot guarantee you being successful. Hmm? The real scam is that you are also waiting for opportunity instead of you to start creating them. The real scam is you refusing to shift, to change your mindset from scarcity to opportunity, from waiting to what? To start building. Please, to the next slide. And lastly, for every graduate that are here, and also undergraduates, and also students of knowledge from all walks of life, please don't just hold a certificate. You need to become a solution giver, a solution provider, right? Don't just seek opportunities. You need to start creating them. And don't just say that school na scam. Prove with your life, with your being, that education in itself is just a launch pad. It is never a limitation to what we can actually become in life. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having me today. And please, to the next slide. I want you to start taking action today, because what really matters, you've attended a lot of seminars, you've gotten a lot of information, but what is killing you is that you didn't take action on that thing, right? And Napoleon Hill says, whatever the mind of a man can conceive and believe, it can actually achieve. Do you believe that that certificate that you are trying to go and get, or you have with you, do you believe that it can actually open way doors for you when you shift your mindset, when you start doing something right from what we have discussed this afternoon? If you believe and you know that you believe genuinely on it, ways is going to open for you, and you're going to achieve whatever you want to achieve. Thank you very much for listening, guys. Thank you very much. So you have the floor, Mr.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Let me stop sharing now. Thank you. Wonderful presentation, and a lot of wisdom you have just unpacked, and a lot of tips for the participant on the call. Some of them are already reacting to that, giving you thumbs up and standing ovations, as the case is.
Thank you
So
very much.
I I will want us to. We have about 7 minutes, give or take now. If we have one or two questions to ask him, please. Now is the time before we wrap up for the day. Anyone, just unmute and ask the questions. Okay, how can we get the book you talked about? Somebody just
Oh,
asked.
okay. To get that book, I don't know.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Muted. Speaking.
Okay. Can you hear me?
No, I know you're speaking, but I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, I think okay, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, good. Someone asked how you can get that book that I okay, the smartphone money, right?
Yes, the book you mentioned.
Okay. You can actually get it through me, but I don't know if you can get it through our host. So it depends. So once I'm through with it, I'm going to share it with you. And I think I have access to that waiting room, so I can actually drop it there for you guys.
Okay. Thank you. Do we have questions from any other person?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're welcome, Mr. Ahmed. You're welcome.
In the absence of any other questions, I think it's a convenient time for us to wrap up for this week's episode of the Knowledge Drop. I want to say a big thank you to the speaker, guest speaker,
Thank you
and the
so much, sir.
participants who are here today. God bless you, sir.
God bless
Uh,
you too, sir.
till next time, which is going to be in another 2 weeks, I say don't stop learning, don't stop planning, don't stop acting, because that is the essence of why we are here, right? We're not here to teach you the school curriculum or all the rules in the textbooks. That's what the school is designed for. Here is how you can have a clear roadmap regarding your professional and say life journeys. So thank you everyone, and see you soon.